Hello and welcome to another Nicomedia tutorial. A few days ago I made this Shure microphone, this old one here, and many people asked me if I can make a tutorial about this, and yes, of course I will do. And yeah, here it's a little closer, so we do the mesh too here. So yeah, and then many people, maybe you will know other ways to do this mesh or something else. I do it my way. Maybe it's a little weird, but it works for me best, so why not? And yes, so let's start to make this microphone here. Yeah, I rendered this in Octane, but I'm sure we can do this in with physical render. We get a similar result. So yes, let's start. I started here with a cube, and wait, I wrote it down somewhere with the dimensions I used. So let's see. For the X I used 56. I found this these dimensions on Google somewhere. It's not exactly this without point blah blah blah. So just that we have something. Then y100 and 78 here. Of course, in real life it wouldn't be centimeters. So in the z-axis I want one subdivision, and that's it. More I don't need here. Good, I go to the cube and make it editable. So I can edit optimize script. Then I take this UL and take this edge here. E for move tool, and I move it about a little bit, just 5 centimeters. That's okay. So that the back part is a little bigger than the front part. Okay. Next step. We select our cube and put the Bevel Deformer under it. So shift, click on Bevel Deformer. The bevel I did 15 as I remember, and with 4 subdivisions. It's a little problem we have here with one triangle here, but with this we don't see this, so we don't. We could work it in quads later on if we have time and if we want. It wouldn't be such a problem, but it's you don't see it, so we let it be like this. And I need 4 because of this subdivisions I need here, so that everything is nice and smooth. Good. This is wrong, so first the Bevel Deformer is okay, but first what I do is go in point mode and drag these points a little down and up here, so just 10% or something else. T for scale and scale it down to 90. Now it's okay. Good. And now bevel. Yep, everything works like I wanted. And I can current state to object. And I make my backup folder, as meanwhile you know it. And drag this cube inside. You never know. And let's save this so that we don't lose anything. Me go. So okay. Next is I want some subdivisions here. So I go to edge mode. UB for a ring selection. So, and MF for edge cut. And I want to cut these edges here. with how many did I have? 4 cuts, I think. Yeah, don't create n-gons and apply. Yeah, now we have almost the same spaces here, the same sizes everywhere. Okay, that's what I want. The next step is quite simple. We go in the top view, and let's go to here. And no, first I have to make a cut here and here and there and everywhere. First a small, so UL, and a small bevel. This bevel will be later on this here, this part here, this, you see it? So MS for beveling, and I bevel it about 5 millimeter. So 0.5 should be okay. Yeah, okay. Then in this side view, I make a plane cut. So with the R18 you hit KJ for the plane cut, and if you have an earlier version, just hit K and go in plane mode. Here we have to go to local in the R18. XY, and I want the cut here and somewhere here. Okay, and now I can go in my top view, and I want to select all elements, not only the visible. I want to select everything. And I select, let's see, from here, this is my first one. Oh, of course you have to go in the polygon mode. So here, and here. And with this, I selected, of course, the downside too, no? That's the reason. I want not only visible elements. Now, I for in extrude. Here I in extrude 1 and yep, apply, and then I delete these polygons here. So, and then do it again and again and again and again and again and again. So I select this, go in extrude and apply and delete. With the spacebar, if you maybe you know it, meanwhile, with the spacebar you can toggle between the last 2 used tools. So I toggle here between inner extrude and selection. So now I select, now spacebar, and I'm on the inner extrude. Apply, delete, spacebar, you see, and okay. One more. I hope at least that it's one more. We will see it. Yes. Okay. This is what we want. Then let's make this the back side too here. But here I don't want it on the bottom here, because here we will be the stand later. So this fixed for the stand. So just here, and so I have to go to only select visible elements. And apply, delete. That's sometimes a little boring, but what else? Okay. If you know better ways to do this, please tell me. Okay. These are these ones, and now we need the horizontal cuts here. And this, for this we need the UB for ring selection in polygon mode. Select these ones, and now plane cut, KJ, and I want number of cuts, I want 10, and the spacing I want 6 centimeter, and restrict to the selection. And this looks then like this here. In the older versions you can set it up the same, I think. I don't know really now, but can't remember really how it was in the older versions. But I'm sure you find it out. So don't forget to select restrict the selection, because if I don't do this, it goes it will cut everywhere, not only in the selections. If you over it or something else like this. But we go to the selection and cut here. Okay. Nice. Next thing is I want now the display mode here, this one. I cut out some of this here, and for this I take the rectangle tool, the rectangle selections with null on the keyboard. Here I need a tolerance selection, and now I can select like this here, and everything is selected here around, so as I need it. Okay, and here again inner extrude, same with 1 centimeter, apply and delete, and same again, spacebar, inner extrude, spacebar, delete, whoops, spacebar, inner extrude, delete, whoop, oopsie. So, no, what's wrong with you? Offset on 27 is a little too much. So I think this works better. Okay. So, okay. And the same for the back side too. So and the other parts are not so boring, so it's just this cage. But it works good, so it's no problem. And last one. Patch. Okay. And if we put this whole thing now in a subdivision surface, so select the cube, hold Alt key and click on subdivision surface, NI for the isopalms view, and we have a nice cage here. Only thing what I don't like so much is here, you see, I see it from the side view better. This is more round than this is also long round. And for this I make one cut more, so I go to my, and name it cage here. Cage, and it doesn't matter which mode, and KJ for a plane cut. And I want to make just one cut, not 10 cuts. About here. Yes, okay, looks better. Now I have to almost the same rounding, so. Now the next step is make the logo part here. This thing here, the middle. this we do. I want the middle polygons here, or it doesn't matter polygons. What you select this, it doesn't matter. It's just that I know in the perspective view where am I, so that's the reason I select this. Then ME for the polygon pen, and I select this one and drag it up to here. Oops, so back. Out of this, it was correct, but so this and this to here, and it snaps to the point, you see, so it works good. So now I take these two edges here and just T for scale and scale them a little together so that we get something like a circle, you know, so something around, so like this. Okay, now we have this, and now we need thickness for our cage, and here comes a new thing. There is a don't know if you know it, the Maxon Labs, that's this site here, and this makes some some plugins and something else. I didn't test the plugins except the parametric tools. For me, they work good. It's not perfect, but really good. And so we have an parametric extrusion and everything. I'll show you what I mean. If I would like to extrude this cage now, so give thickness, I have more possibilities. I can put it in the cloth knobs. I don't want it. And what I want is extrude. So I normally go here, select every polygon, D for extrude, and extrude it. Of course with caps on. So I have thickness. But when I did this, I cannot change it anymore. So I go back. Now with the new tool here, this is this one, the Pi extrude generator. You will find that link in the description for this. This is free. This is free, so you can use it without spending the money. So I go to my cage here and hold the Alt key and click on the Pi extrude generator. Alt key, Pi extrude. You see immediately we have something like this. This is a little too much for me. I want it about 1 centimeter. And I want to see if it's in the right direction, but I think yes. No, this is I want it inner, so I have to go to minus. Yeah, that's the right direction. And the same like on the extrude, I want it with caps. And 2 subdivisions, and now when I go to my subdivision surface, everything works great, but now I have the possibility to work here. Let's see, maybe 1.5. Yeah, looks a little better. And this is what I like on this. I can change it later on. Of course, now when I'm sure that so this is what I want. Then I convert it then, because I have to work then with other polygons, and yeah, but for me it works quite well. So I want here to see this better. I want here 1 subdivision more for the editor. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, and now I want to. Oh, I have something wrong here. We are too far with this cuts here. They should go to here. Ooh, that's not funny. That's not funny. Let's see if we can. yeah, we can. Let's repair this. B for the bridge tool, and I bridge this. Oops, okay. Then let's select this one, MN. Yeah, it works, okay. But somehow we will get problems. Let's see. Okay, because doesn't matter. KL for a loop cut. A loop cut. What? Just don't stop, and stop, don't stop here, don't stop there. So now it works. Okay. Good. And now KK for a line cut. Now is a normal cut. I want a single cut. And I cut it here. Single cut, I said. A single line. Select cuts, I don't need to. Oops, not here. Ah, wrong. No. Huh. Okay. So far, so good. With Alt D, you can hide your axis here. So let's see if this works like I want it. But it should. I just cut it too far with these holes, so be careful. But as I told you at last tutorials, first watch the tutorial and then do it. If you didn't do it, so you have to do the same like me. So now it's repaired. Let's optimize it once. Don't optimize, but shouldn't be necessary. Now it works, yes. Now we're on the same thing here. Okay, and then I want to make here this editable now. So I just go to the Dreiecke, I make right click current state to object and put this one under my backup folder here. Maybe I need it later. Okay, subdivision surface, bye bye. I don't need the selection tag. This selects just the inside of this. So these polygons, they were extruded, but I don't need this selection. But it's quite useful sometimes. Okay. Now I have this UL for loop selection, and I want to make this small thing here. Now here can I show you the next thing. I select this and set the selection, so set selection. And now, if you set the selection, we can take the modifier here, the extrude modifier. This is the generator and this is the modifier. The modifier comes under the cage. So I can cage, shift click on it and drag in my selection tag. You see it works just on this part here now. Exactly what I want. But I wanted 0.5, not 5, with 2 subdivisions. It should work. And yes, it works. And now, no. I want this round part here in the logo, so you see it. Here it's this part, and inside it is totally round, so it's a circle. And this we want to make now. So select these polygons here. Then I for inner extrude. Just a little bit, so 0.5 should be 0.4, 0.5. Now I control click on the point mode, so then I have the point selected here. I don't need this point, so hold the control key and subtract it. And here I want to make out of these points, we have here 10 points, and we want to make a circle out of them. For this we have this nice script. This it's a free script, the link in the description. As you know, user scripts, point to circle. So I go to here, point to circle. Doesn't look good now, but T for scale. I hide my thing, and scale it down a little bit until everything works. Okay. You see, okay, here that works. And now back to the polygon mode. You see, we have a circle here. Then again, I for extrude, for in extrude. Well, let's take this 0.5. Okay. Maybe that's too much. Go. Oopsie. 0.3. Yeah, 0.3 is enough. And now I have selected these polygons here. And when I want to select these polygons here from before, do so to the selection tag here. I hope this was the selection tag. Yeah, it was. And so I have deselected, click on the selection tag once, just once, and then hold shift key and select polygons. So now we have added this polygons, this selection from the selection tag to this selection. And now I again set selection, and now I have these two in one selection tag. And what this does is, of course, when I activate my file modifier, this goes in and this goes in, you see? And it's exactly the same. And now I can change everything if I want. And if we do this, you see we have now a very nice round place for our logo here. And if I say no, I can still change this with this here. But I'm satisfied with this and I like it, and the cage is more than this is done. Yeah, here the part for the stand, this we do it a little later. For the logo, let's make the logo part too. So I go to the cage and current state to object and put this guy again in a backup folder. Okay. I have still selected this thing here. I can go here. Let's see. Oh, that's okay. Yes, with this selected, I just split it out. So I can right click in the viewport and split. So this is then my logo. Save between, don't forget it. I make the logo solo mode for the moment. Mix this. Oh, I splitted this too. Of course, I don't need this. That is no problem. Point mode, rectangle selection, flupsch und bye bye. So, logo. So I want to center my axis for the logo. So. And here I could do the same with the extrude. Take this. Minus, what was it? It was 4 or 5. We will see it. And 2 subdivisions with caps. And go out of the solo mode. Was it in the wrong direction, or what's wrong here? I should see subdivision. Right? Put everything now in the subdivision. So I take this cage and Alt G and put it in the null, and put this in the null too. So, and here something went wrong here. Minus. That's it. Minus 5. That's okay. And we have a subdivision surface. We have wonderful thing here. Nice place for our logo. Okay. That's it for this. And now let's make the mesh. That's a funny thing. So save. Okay. For the mesh, I make a new file, a new project, because so it can work without anything else. New, and yeah, let's make the mesh. I did it like this. I made a plane. There are many ways. So you can make it with a helix and make the helix flat then, and make like a sinus curve. But that doesn't work like I wanted. And this way I do it now. That works best for me, and it works perfect, so it fits perfect. So what I need here is, I have now 20 by 20 here. 20 by 20. And I want the height 40. I need that. That's the wrong one. It's not the height. I want the width segment with 40. Or no, I show it like this so you understand it better. Okay, 20 by 20, 400 centimeter plane, and C, and make it editable. Hit C on the keyboard and make it editable. So, and I think this is so I can show it better, explain it better. Now I go in point mode, rectangle selection, and I select everything like this. So, and I need only this here. Okay. So far, so good. Now I want to center the axis here. Okay. Then and reset PSR. So I think I don't have to say it. Meanwhile, every time PSR is under character and blah 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 blah. If you don't know it, please watch one of my earlier tutorials. I say it everywhere, and I think meanwhile after I think now it's 103 or 104 tutorials, we should know it. So next thing I want to make this sinus curve with a displacer, and for the displacer I need then I make it like this. I make a new texture, luminance. It's a little hard to explain for me because we have my English, but So gradient, and here I have one preset. This is this black and white, and these are exactly 20 white parts. So if you don't know how to do it, so I'll show you. Let's go to reset to default. You have here the gradient. Just go to double the nodes, double the nodes, double the nodes, double the nodes, and so on and so on and so on. Then I want it smooth nodes is okay, but I want to right click here and distribute nodes. So, and that's it then. And do it until you have 20 white parts here. So this is 20, and this I put on my plane here. Of course, it's now the wrong direction and everything. And okay, this we could go here to V and not to U. Okay. So I want to fit it directly on my plane here. So I go to the texture and want a flat projection, and go in the texture mode. And I see, okay, this is wrong. R for rotate, and I rotate it 90 degrees. And now I just hit here, right click and fit to object. And now I have exactly what I want, exactly. So these are the 20 segments we had in our plane. But I need in between segments, so it can go up and down. If I work now with the displacer, so as I show you, go to the plane, go to the displacer, shift click on the displacer, go to shading, custom shader luminance. You see, it just jumps around it and nothing goes up and down. This is because I have two less subdivisions. Means I go to here, plane, select this one, and just hit MM on the keyboard, and so I have exactly this. And now you see here on the whitest part we have an edge, and on the darkest part we have an edge, and this is exactly what I need. If I go down to my displacer, I get this, and this is what I want. And here, of course, it's much too high. Let's go to 2 centimeter. That's nice. Okay, that's good. Next thing is I make this plane, right click, current state to object. So means I don't need nothing here above, don't need this anymore, don't need this anymore. Next is I go to the edge mode, and again select this edge here, and now I go to edge to spline, and now I have my spline. See, this is exactly what I want. I'm sure that this time you can make it easier. I could do it with, as I said, but now I have exactly 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here. This is exactly what I want, and not with the helix where I have lots of points and everything. So that's the first thing. Now I have each 10. This is with 20 segments we had, and then we cut it in half, so we had 40, and each 10 centimeter the spline changes, so that this is each. How can I, so it's easier to show it, I think. So 9, this is 20 centimeter, and I need just 10 centimeters so that I have everywhere I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, and in between up and down it's 10 centimeter. This we have to know. Okay. And first I want to make my center, and here in the axis, and I want my center here on the top. So my axis I want at the top. So I go to axis center tool in set axis here. Auto update, of course not. So okay. Good. Now I copy my spline, control, drag it down. That's it. And 10 centimeter, I move it to 10 centimeter. 10. Okay. So you can hold your shift key to set the increments of 10. So, but what I want to make. Wait, I want to make this. This is all nice. It's all good. So we don't have to go. I just want to make. To go to reset PSI. I don't want to go to my null point here. That's it. So now I copy the spline again. 10 centimeter. Hold your shift key. So I have increments of 5. The default is 10, and 10 is okay. So for this, and now R, and rotate it at 180 degrees. So we are here down 10 centimeter up. Next 10 centimeter down. Next 10 centimeter up. Okay. So far, so good. Now I put these two splines in a null object. Okay. Copy the null object and rotate it 90 degrees. Okay. And now E for the move tool. I move it here 5 centimeter, just a half, and here 5 centimeter. Now we should be exactly where we are. Here down and here up. That's exactly what I want, what I need. Okay, that's it. So that was the hard part. The next thing is just cloning. And the more harder part comes later with bending, but that's a secret. So I select my null and go to the cloner. Alt, click cloner. I need 20 in the x-axis and null here. And I need, I think 21 was it? Let's see. 21. Same I do here. Cloner. In the x-axis. But here minus 20, null, and 21 here. Now I have a nice grid here. And what I want to do now is take them. Later on we will delete this last spline here and here. But for the moment, just for testing purposes, so you don't need to delete it. Later, when we do everything, we make it editable, then we delete it. Okay. And now I take a connect object. I want to connect these two cloners, so that this two cloner becomes a big spline. This whole thing is then one spline from the connector. I want to connect, and this all is now one spline. One big spline. And what I want to do first with this spline, I want take them, and I want to make them of course round, not linear. So I go to the Bezier and go to adaptive for the moment. Okay. So as I said, the connect is one big spline, and we want to sweep along this spline. First I need a profile for the sweep, so I make a rectangle here with, let's say, 4 by 3 with rounding, and the rounding I want here, the adaptive 30 is enough. This is just, as smaller this number is, as more segments you have, so and I don't need as many segments for this. So now we have a rectangle. Now we work with normally we would work with a sweep. We have two splines here, a profile spline and a path. So I go to my sweep knob, put the rectangle as profile and the connector down. To get something like this. What I see here, if we make this a little, the first thing I see is too many subdivisions. So I go back to the splines here and go to uniform. This is many subdivisions, maybe lots of. No, that's okay. I'm surprised. I want uniform and to. No, this may be too less, but don't need 8. Let's say 4. And here I see a small problem. If I make this a little small, you see, we have one up here and one horizontal and vertical. This is just a banking problem. So we'll go to the sweep and deactivate banking, and we are done. And you see everything is like it should be. Now I can go to my rectangle spline and make it a little bigger. Maybe here 5. It can intersect a little bit, this is no problem, you won't see this. But we have a nice mesh here, I would say. And that's great. And this is my way to do this. And now I'm sure that the splines are okay. So what I can do now is this whole connect object, this connects everything. So I just have to press C on my keyboard. And we have one big spline. And that's it. And now, of course, I can delete this one. So I go to my big spline point mode. Go null for the rectangle selection, select this one, select this one. No, come on. Tolerance selection. Then it should work. Nope. Crazy. Why not? Oh, now, okay. And everything is nice, great here, but I'm not sure if I wanted this broad. I don't want here. Little 5 should be enough here. Oops, 5 should be enough here. Yeah, 5 is enough here. If you want it not so high, it's totally no problem. If you say you want it flat, so let's say 1 here, and I wanted that they almost touching here. Just go to the connect spline, go on center my axis again here, and T for scale, and just scale it down wherever you want. You see? You can work however you want. But for me it was okay with this higher number, so 3 with 5, it's okay for me. Maybe, no, we don't need more segments, maybe one. No, we don't. Do we need more segments? What's wrong here? I should be in uniform here. Ah, that's the reason. Null. Okay, why not? Same like before. Good, but now I could give it 1. So. But no, we don't see this. If you want, do it. If not, do it not. So I save this as mesh. Okay. Next thing what I want to do, before I copy this mesh in the other project, I go to my Micro project and I need Bend Deformer. I cheated here a little bit. This doesn't really fit it. I just put it inside with a bend deformer. So you will see what I mean. But now I need a bend deformer, and I think it's easier if you place the deformer first and then put it in, put the mesh in. If you don't think so, we get your way. But for me, it's easier like this. Because every time I have problems with the direction of the bend deformer. And I think everyone has these problems. 90 and 90. Okay. Now I want it the wrong one. This is the wrong one. This is the right one. I want more here. And I want to fit the bend deformer in this edge here. So E for moving. Of course I need here 90 degrees. 90. Make it now smaller here. It starts looking good. Okay, that should work. Okay, then I need a second of this. I need a second one. Copy it, then rotate it 90 degrees in this direction. Not 90 degrees, 180 degrees, of course. E for movement, and move it over here. So something like this. And this should work for our things. Let us surprise. So I go to my other project, to the mesh, and I make one mesh out of it. So it's saved, so it can nothing happen. So edit optimize. Okay, and I have my sweep here. Oh, one thing I forgot. Go back to the sweep. Okay, I don't need caps. This is the next, so we can save some polygons. And now, okay, mesh and Control C and Control V, and we have our mesh here inside. Mesh, I want to center the axis, then I reset PSR. Okay, then I make this whole thing a little smaller. Then R for rotation, and rotate it up. And I want not the holes in between here. I don't want to be. I want them rotated on 45 degrees. So I rotated 45 degrees. So I think that looks better. And now E for move tool. First thing I do here is I move the mesh on 45 degrees, but I don't want the axis in 45 degrees. So I go to the axis tool and go here to the axis and do everything to null. So okay, and now let's go to something like here, and let's see what we get if we activate then our bend deformers. And I don't want to have the bend deformers. I could do it now to put the bend deformer under the mesh, so something like this, and the second one too. You see, it would work. But now, if I would move the mesh, I would move the bend deformers too, and I don't want this. I just want to move the mesh. So what I do is I put this bend deformers out of the mesh, put the mesh in a null object, Alt G, mesh, and now under the null object I give the two bend deformers. So now I can move my mesh without the bend deformer. So I can move the mesh now wherever I want. But I think it looks quite good. I can for scale, I can scale it down a lot. Something like here. Okay. We could try to bend this upper part too, because we don't see the inside, so it doesn't matter how it looks inside. But I think it does not work with the force deformer. But let's test it. I copy this deformer. R for the rotation. Rotate it. Degrees. Okay. Let's see if it works, but don't need it, so, but it's just a test now. I didn't do it in my thing, my project. So let's see if it works. 1, 2, 3. Inside looks of course terrible, but you see here, but nobody sees this. So what else? Okay, for the upper part it works here, but I don't think that it works for the down. Let's test. So just copy this one, rotate it 180 degrees, E, Z, down here, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it works. I didn't do it like this. I cut it out and end. Why did I didn't test it? Man, I'm old. So okay, this is too much here. That this one is not 90. It's so much easier than I did it. Okay. 75 degrees should work here, then do 75 degrees. Up. But here I think I want to go a little closer to the cage, so the bend deformer to here. Yeah, that looks much better. This is a little playing and little patience game, but okay. Now I like it. Okay, here we see a little problem. We don't have a mesh anymore here, but this we can change easily with the magnet tool. But that looks quite nice. I'm really surprised. No, let's make the another one. Let's make the next mesh too. Should work similar. Let's see if it's true. I want to cut it here, so everything is nice here. But I want to make one object out of it now with the 4 bend deformers. Of course, I back them up, but first right click, current state to object, and here everything bye, and put it in my backup folder and save it. And here I have my mesh now, and here I can cut it. So Oopsie. Here we see some, but you don't see it in the render, you see it just in this view. If I go closer, normally it disappears, of course. You see here, you don't see it. So, yeah, I want to do my mesh, and I see here I can go forward. But now this I will see. This I will see. I can go do this with the magnet tool later. But now what I want is mesh tool, point mode, rectangle selection, and I cut what I don't need, so just cut until here. Okay. And now I'll show you what I mean with the magnet tool. If I go to the magnet tool, MI is magnet tool. This is far too big with the radius of 100. Let's go to 10 here. When you hold your middle mouse button and drag left and right, you see you can change the size. And here you need a quite big size, so don't destroy the whole thing. But I can just drag it a little bit. So. It's a question, of course, if you make a close-up shot or not. So, if you don't make a close-up, that you wouldn't have to do this. So. Bigger. So. Okay. So so far so good. The downside here. I just made the magnet tool smaller. That was the right thing now. Okay, we can change this later if we see some problems, but for me this is now okay. Now let's you see here, you see this, and then if we go closer, it's away. It's strange, don't know why it is. Here we forgot something. No, not okay. I know that not we forgot something. I forgot something. Come on, smaller, smaller, smaller. Okay. Okay. Not okay here. Now it's okay. Save it. So mesh, and this again center the axis, why not? And I copy the mesh, rotate it 180 degrees, and E for the move tool, and move it up to here. It should fit quite well, but here of course we have to work with the magnet tool. But this is the back side, so we don't see this so good. Okay, let's go in point mode and work with MI for the magnet tool. Make it bigger here. Maybe not so big. We will see. Okay. Of course, you see, if you know it, you see that it's a little stretched here. But if you don't know it, you don't see it, because if you look longer than 3 seconds to this mesh, you see nothing. And I like to do this with the magnet tool, because then it is not so so straight, so exact. This mesh wouldn't be in real life. It wouldn't be exact. It has some higher parts, the deeper parts, and this upper part we don't see anyway, so. Okay. Here on the side I forgot. Not we forgot, I forgot, no. So. Bigger. Too big. This is the wrong one, yes. I changed it back side, I want to change this here. You may practice a little bit with the magnet tool. It's not so. I still have some problems with it sometimes, but it works quite nice, you see. Okay, the mesh is inside. That's it. Okay. Okay. Everything looks good here. Save. Good, now let's start with this stand part. How did you do this? Let's see. Yeah, that's quite normal modeling, so that's not the hardest part we have behind. So mesh, Alt G, so name this mesh. Now I go to my cage here and polygon mode and take it from here to here to here. I think that's too far. Okay. That's okay so far. I want to change the reverse normals. So, okay. And again. This is one too far. So now Control, hold the Control key on your mouse. So go out of this subdivision surface first. Control key and drag it down. Just something like that here. So this should be enough. Then I select just this one and this one. And drag it down, Control, drag it down. So something like that. Okay. It's good so far. What I want to make this little MO for the move to, for the slide tool. I want just to slide the points a little bit to the middle, so that we have a better distribution to the points. So like 1, 2, 3. Okay, here do the same, but here down I want to do the same. So first I do it on the other side. Could have done it so, and I'm going to side view. This is the wrong side view, so I go to my cameras and left. This is what I want. Rectangle view, because in the rectangle view I have only select visible elements. I have not selected, so in the rectangle view normally I always select everything. So and here, if I want to work with this point, let's say, and drag it here. Oh, I could do something like this. I could do here. Take all of them. In the y-axis, I want the size of null. So, and distribute them a little. So, something like that. That's not necessary. That's not really important what I do here, but I think it looks better than when we. So something like that. So, okay. That looks like nothing now, of course, when we do it like this. So we have to cut something. Cut. How do we start best? First with a loop cut, I think, would be the best thing. Always. It's good so far, but I should have. It's not so heavy, but I just think about the best way we could do it. I try it with a Bevel Deformer. So and I select all the edges I want to bevel. So I go to here. Okay. Then I want to bevel this here. Then I want to bevel this and this. Oops, there's something wrong. Okay, then I want to bevel this and this. Then I want to bevel this. Okay. No, I want to bevel D. No, come on. Let's go closer. Bevel this. And let's see if this works. But normally it should. So okay, this would be everything. So I set selection. I save my selection. Now I don't need a Bevel Deformer. Put my selection tag in and put it under my cage. And it looks good. But do it look with the subdivision surface too? Yes, it does. And how is it when I just want a solid? It's even better. And I'm happy with this, yes. The only thing what the Bevel Deformer does is it gives me some triangles, so, but it's okay here. We don't need. I've got I could repair it with just make a cut from here to here, and then we have quads and go here up and around and delete and dissolve this one and but it's not really necessary here because you don't see it. It's nice. Yeah, of course, when I do something for a client or something else, then of course I look that I have no triangles and no polygons and nothing else, of course. But for me, for my private things, it's okay. The result counts. So what's the something I wanted to do? Yeah, the mesh looks good. Of course, everyone who knows, I see a triangle. But for my private things, I leave it like this. Okay. But we are not ready now, so because we have this part here. So this. And then we make a stand, but the stand is an easy thing. Okay. Let's save it for, so. Now, let's select some polygons. These ones. And on the other side the same. Then I for inner extrude. Something like this. Then MN for dissolve. MN will not work in the earlier versions, I think. So just go right and click here on dissolve. You can somehow, somewhere is dissolve. I think, yeah, here. Okay. Now this point to circle script just works for one polygon, so it does not. I can't do both at the same time. It's a little pity, but it's okay. But I want to make here another inner extrude. So now, okay, and now I control click on the point mode, and I have the points here. We have again 10 points. And we use the script. Use a script and put it out here. Come on. I don't want. Doesn't matter. Pointer circle. I put the pointer circle in here. I think it's the best one. I thought I did it already, but. So Shift F12 for customize commands, then point to circle. Here I make a group, select separator here, and drag it under here. So okay, and now I've saved this as my tutorial layout. Customization, save layout as tutorial. Yep. Okay. So, and now I have selected my points and go to and we have this. Yeah, when you have the point to circle script, it starts with a radius of 50 centimeter, and I changed this in my script here to 5 centimeter. I show you how you can do this in your thing then. So okay, then R, and I want to see this, something like this. And the size I want it bigger. Let's try with 15 by 15. More, 17 by 17. Ah, that should be. 20 is too big, but 18. I give it 18. Okay, and the same I do on the other side. Oopsie. Select it here. Control, click on point mode. Point to circle. Rotate it a little bit so that it looks nice or something like this. Okay, and 18, and we have exactly the same here. So I show you how you can change the script. You go to scripts and script manager, and here under coffee scripts you have point to circle, and you just have to change. The programmer was so kind and the variation radius is 5 here, and the default here is 50. And he wrote it down, so I did it by 5, or maybe 10 or something else, and then just save it. Just save the script, and it will work like this. So you don't have nothing more to do with scripting. Just change this number here. Okay. Now I select this and select this and drag it down a little bit. Okay. Now I'm making inner extrude. 0.5. Okay. Then D for extrude, and extrude it in a. I have to create caps on, so back. No. Extrude inner somewhere. Oh, that was so far. Let's say 4 centimeter. Okay. I don't need subdivisions here. I will make this with the bevel and. Okay. Then edge mode. UL, then I get MO for the slide tool, and in the slide tool I go to clone. This was not 10 centimeter, this is too much of course. Go back and go to, I think, 0.5 here. Yeah, and you see it clones this edge inside here. And here we do a normal bevel, so UL for loop selection, MS, 0.5 is okay, I don't want to chamfer, I want solid, and everything is nice here, and we do the same on the other side. So UL, so MO for the slide tool. Oops, okay. UL again. MS. Solid. Everything is nice and okay. And if we have now our subdivision surface, we have here this nice rounding. Here normally I would cut something here that we have quads, but that doesn't matter because we don't see this later. We will see. You will see that we don't see it. And it looks not nice, but yeah, this maybe we will repair later. But no, I don't know. Doesn't matter. So let's continue here. I select this one and this one. Then UY for growing this grow selection, UY. Okay, and then I split these two. Right click and split. Okay, I don't need the bevel here, I don't need this here. What is this hole? I know normally this hole here to fix the stand goes through, I know it, but I don't do it here, because then I have to see here inside everything, and we don't see it. So now go with my hole here and make it solo for the moment. Control A selects everything, and then I hit MN to this for dissolve. Okay. Now D for extrude. Now I need caps, and it was 4 centimeter. Okay. Now I control click on the edge mode, so I have selected this edges outside. UL, shift select this one, and shift select this one. MS, everything is nice, and okay. And go back from the solo mode. Activate FS, and we have everything here what we need. And yeah, that's almost it. Okay, yeah. The stand, we need to stand. That here is. I did this little to not broad enough. I don't know. This is too big, I think. The middle thing is too big for the stand, but for this it's okay, so it's nothing yet. But normally I would make why I can do it. Why would I? I wouldn't. I shouldn't. Yeah, let's see how we can do this. Point mode. Rectangle selection. I select U and U. T for scale, and scale it to the inside here. Okay. Something I forgot here to select. Looks like. Oh, then comes this. So don't have to go too far. The points here are more and higher. That's the reason I didn't select it. So let's select it. Let's start from here. So it should be selected. Oopsie. So now is the T for scale. Yeah, now it looks better. And T is okay. Let's say something like maybe it's, but you can do this like you want. So okay, and now it should look exactly the same. Yeah. Okay. Save it. Next part is the stand. So for this, with a very simple cylinder, maybe a little smaller, maybe. So E, move it down here. T, okay, so Okay. I do NH for just to see the mesh. And I want this cylinder. I want no caps and just 8 segments. Okay. But I want the segments, the cylinder rotated a little bit so that this segment, so this one and this one, is parallel to this. I will show you what I mean. I go to the heading here and 22.5, and now that's what I want. So now I bridge this. So bridge. First I have to make it editable, of course. So hit C on the keyboard, C, batch, and bridge tool, and bridge it from here to here, from here to here, and from here to here. Okay. Now let's make this a little smaller here. Point mode, rectangle selection, T for scale. I'll take that was here too. So T for scale. The axis is not what I rotated the cylinder, but not the axis. I see the axis is at the axis and 22.5. 22.5. Okay, so I'm in the axis mode. Make it to null, and now everything is good. I would love if I could better English, could better explain you these things. In my brain, I totally know what I want to say, but somehow it comes not over my lips. So make this a little smaller here, so something like this. Okay. Good so far. Now I go into polygon mode, E on the keyboard, and just Control on the keyboard and drag it up. Somewhere like here. It should be fine. A little down. So. Okay. Go in solo mode here, and we simply. Oh, we don't need the solo mode really. Just put everything in a Bevel Deformer. Go to the Bevel Deformer, shift click on it, so with the cylinder selected. But I see, okay, here I have some problems, I don't want this. So we check use angle and make the angle a little higher, and then this disappears. See? Okay, solid. And let's see how this works. That's okay for us. Of course, here we have the same problem with the. We could quite easy solve that. Let's try it. Why not? I go to current state to object and put this cylinder in my backup folder. This is the stand. Okay. So now KK for the line cut, or K on in the earlier versions, and I cut from here to here. What does the line cut? It goes through. As I say, visible only, and it goes through everywhere. I hate this line. This knife. Again, the next cuts, nobody needs it. There's nothing to do. This is... No. It is not possible to cut from here to here. What's it going in front now? And that looks better. Okay. But it is... This and this one, MN for dissolve. And when I do it here, it should go through everywhere, but as I said, that's not really necessary, but okay. I'll try it again. Again, makes cuts where nobody needs it. Yeah, what did you cut as well? Oh, here, look, we have a cut here. Yeah, here, exactly here I need a cut. That's it. Oh man. Okay. Front. Okay, but when I do a cut here, we will see it. So that's we will see that lose the rounding. So I have to check it here then. It doesn't matter. I started here. So let's continue here. So down here. So. The same I would have to do here, down, and so we see here a edge. That's my problem. Show you what I mean. You see, now we have here an edge. And it does not really look that much better here now with quads. So it's not really necessary. What I could do now is UL UM I don't know. Yesterday we had a birthday party, so not my birthday, but hard enough. So okay. And now I go to the point node with control, and I have 16 points. Yeah, for the points to circle script, you need an even number here. So with an uneven number, it doesn't work. So I make it here. T for scale. Let's scale it up. Oh, that's not a good idea. No, that's not a good idea. Yeah, but as you see, we can now. I can drag with M over. I can slide the points. Let's see, slide it to here and to here. and this one more in the middle, and then of course you get here a little rounded results. You see here the edge and here almost no edge, so but that's not what I want. I take the first thing here, what I did, so huh? Oh and that looks okay, so and we don't see it in the render one more. We make a render like this here, so we won't see this. So okay, so we speak about rendering. We should render. First we should save. So I want to make a quad, quadra, whatever picture. So let's make it 720 by 720, 1 by 1, a square, square picture. Okay, put it somewhere like here. I need a camera. For this simple shot, I don't use my camera from the rig. I need my rig, of course, but I don't use the camera for this simple thing. And maybe go here to focal length of 50. Normal lens, yeah. Okay. This looks good. Give it a protection tag. So protection. Next thing is, yeah, of course, now if we render this now, we see nothing. That's exactly what we will see here. It's a nice nothing, but it's a nothing. Okay, so to reflect and something else and light, I use my scene rig, of course. So click on it. I don't need any floor here, and I don't need this one. And now we should see something. Okay, the model itself looks great. Maybe the mesh is a little too thick, but this now we can change it. But now we could easily change it because we have the other mesh where we can change the settings and then bring it back to here. So we don't have to put some band deformers or something. We have everything in our backup folder, so it wouldn't be a big problem to change the mesh here. So what we need now is a chrome. Chrome is a very easy material. Okay, go to the reflectance, Fresnel, conductor, and chromium. And here nothing, and maybe 5 here, and put it on our cage. Whoops, cage. Ta-da. And nothing changes, that's nice. Because I put it on the backup folder cage, not on this cage here. Yeps. Okay, the same material and take for the whole. Then for the mesh I want I want a little darker chromium. Let's say this is the cage. Copy it, control drag it to the side, and let's copy it. Got a mesh. And make this a little darker. Okay, oh, this will be too dark. We see it in a moment where we have our mesh. Here's the mesh. Oh, okay. Okay. And for the stand, I copy this too and make it here even. So drag it on my stand. And make it here even darker. Okay, maybe it's too dark. Okay, but that's not the finish. I know that, so we will do it like here. So with the room and see what we forgot. Here, the logo. We need the logo. Okay. So let's make the logo. Let's texture the logo. Boom, boom, boom. For the logo. Where is our logo? It's in here. We can make a new material. Logo. So for the logo we need a logo. And we have a logo here, like this logo. Nope, not now. And here I want reflectance, the electric glass. Okay, should be okay so far. And put the logo on the logo. Okay. Then we go in the cubic mode. And then right click on the texture tag and fit to object. Yes, and we are here. But it's the wrong side. It's wrong. Reverse normals. That's funny. That's funny. You know what I do? I make this editable here. This generator. Edit optimize. Okay. Oh, the generator isn't. It was wrong. Because I reversed the normals, the extrusion runs in the other direction, of course. So I have to go to here, to now. So now it should work. Fit to object zone needs nothing. Huh? No, even I have to go to the cube. Projection, the cubic, and now we have it on the right side. So that's it. And most of the time the problem sits in front of the computer. So okay, let's see. Okay, now. No. I go to my and then just look for the picture for the lighting what I used. And I used this one here, and this is a free HDRI from the SIBL loader. Link is in the description. And I just drag it in my scene. and I get this. And now I say seen by camera, please, and I get this. And now I rotate it to where I want it. This was something like behind the stool here. Whoop. Yeah, now we have this. Lights in the background and everything looks great here. Only thing I don't like so much is the background is a little too sharp, still too sharp for my depth of field, and it is unsharp, but from my little too less. So we can in Octane the depth of field works with the background object too, but here with the sky it does not work. So if I show you this, if I go to the physical and say here 1 and activate the depth of field here in the render settings, you see this is everything, but it does not work with the background. So what we do is, get back here to it, we go to the Nicomedia Scenery Pro and simply we have here a reflection blur. And simply go from, let's say, to 0.8, and what we get is a blurred background. This is exactly what I want. Maybe 0.7. Sometimes it looks good if you go totally crazy, so that looks sometimes good too. But not here. Okay. 0.7. Okay, that's it. Nothing more. Let's see. Okay, so we'll do a good render, a nice render, and then. But first, let's go closer. Let's see if we have everything we want. Here we have the mesh, but now I see the mesh is maybe too dark, and this is the stand here, and the mesh is too shiny. So let's go down here. It's okay, but better, yeah. That's good for me. It's yes. Okay. So let's go back to here. And I will do a nice render, so I'm back in a second. So, okay, I'm back, and yeah, see, we have a very high settings, yes, very high settings, quite high settings, and you see this is just a minute render time. Okay, it's now two machines, but it renders quite fast. And now, let's bring this to Photoshop and do a little thing. So copy, I did copy, and then I go to Photoshop, new, 20 by 20 is yes, 16-bit, and create. Then Control V. That's here wrong. Doesn't matter. Don't need it now. So then I make a smart object out of it. I have a shortcut here, just right click and convert to smart object. And Control Shift A for the camera raw filter. And the first thing I will do here is, of course, the clarity up. You see what we get? It looks like you could take it. You could take it in your hand. Nice. I love it. Okay. And next, again, I make a smart object out of it. And now I go to my filters and to the Nik correction. first to the color effects. Here the detail extractor is not so necessary here, but it makes the background a little, I think, a little nicer. So here it's okay, but just with 5%, so that's okay. Then I add a new filter. What can we take here? Darken, lighten, center, if yes, but this all no, contrast, correlation, no, that's nothing. Oh, it looks not bad. Nice, the cross processing is nice. Darken, lighten, center, I do later. Greater density. Yeah, maybe minus 10 little I want. Okay. Add another filter, low contrast. This is no, but here the contrast, correct contrast. So can let's shine the lights in the background. Why not? Okay, and now the last is here. Darken, lighten, center. It's just a vignette around it, okay. And this is a very, very nice thing, I think. And what we can do now, and yes, and I want a vintage version, so an old version too of it. So I just copy this layer, Ctrl J, make a smart object, and go to the filter, to the Mi collection, and to the analog effects. And here the camera 6 is my favorite, I think. Let's get it. Yeah, that looks so great. That looks really old and nice. Okay, so you can choose between these two. Yeah, this is it for this tutorial. You will find every link and everything you need for a plug. Oh, what maybe here I see we have a little grain, and that is not grain. This is this rough material, because I have stands here like this, so they have a rough material. So I don't change this. If you want to change this, if you want to have this very smooth, make it with the material, or go here in the camera raw filter and play with the luminance noise. So you can get rid of this. But I like it in this picture. It's okay. Good. Yes. So as I said, every link you need for every plugin, for every script I use, you find it in the description. Yes, and I hope you like this tutorial. I like this result very much. So it's really nice. And yeah, you find also the link for a donation if you want to donate. I would be really glad, really happy if you donate. And link to the Decorator Scenic Pro, of course. There will come an update, but I had less time than I thought, so the update will come, of course. But I have to, honestly, I have to less to update again. So just because of a crosshairs and so we will see. And yeah, nothing more. Next tutorial will come for sure. I don't know what I will do, but I do something, of course. And yeah, if you have questions, of course, ask me. You can reach me over Facebook, website, whatever, email, to here, comments, per letter, or whatever, whatever you want. So Yeah, and yeah, the project file you will get, of course, the project file you will find the link in the description too. And that's it for today, I would say. Oh, nice. I would say today. Good. So, hope to see you in the next tutorial and hope you liked it. And yes, that's it so far. Bye bye and have a nice Sunday. And yeah, tschüss und baba.